Hello parents, this is Chris Allen and I wanted to give you an update on this week, February 1 of 2021. First off, I'd like to apologize for the late delivery of this message. I usually like to do it earlier in the day, but we've actually been proctoring the I-STEP exam. So we've been busy. So quick review of what we're doing in class. In geometry class, we are looking at similar triangles and proving them similar. And so the question might be, we have two triangles here. We have one kind of embedded in the other. Is triangle PSQ similar to triangle RST? RST. And the answer to that question is yes, by the SAS similarity postulate, which stands for side, angle, side. The next comment that I have to make here is based on Calc AB. And in Calc AB, we are doing something called the substitution method for integration. So if we want to integrate this particular indefinite integral, first thing we want to do is figure out what we want to let our u be, which is going to be the things in the parentheses, 1 minus x squared, and then we can find what du needs to be. And then we can rewrite our integral into a much simpler form of -5/2 integral u to the 1/3 du. And then after we complete the fundamental thermic calculus, we will get our answer of -15/8 quantity 1 minus x squared to the 4/3 plus c. And I need to be careful. I should not have said the fundamental thermic calculus here because we're not actually doing the definite integral. We just used our antiderivative, power rule antiderivative. Finally, in Calc BC, we're still looking at series and trying to figure out whether they converge or diverge. And here we have a series, and this one's what we call an alternating series, which is the focus of this week's lesson. We're summing from 1 to infinity, and we want to know if this series converges or diverges. So in order to do that, we are going to use something called the alternating series test. And in order to do that test, we need to make sure that we can show that the a sub n plus 1 terms is less than the a sub n term, which it clearly is here. We also need to make sure that the limit as n goes to infinity of our a sub n goes to 0, which it does. Therefore, we can conclude that this particular series will converge by AST. Final reminders and updates. Like I said, this week we are proctoring the I-STEP exam. These are makeups, even though it's not really that the students didn't take the exams. It's just we had the COVID-19 last spring. So, for example, the juniors didn't take the test. So they're making it up. Today was the math portion, and next Wednesday will be the English portion. And I will say I'm very impressed. The student turnout was great, and the students in my class were just fantastic. Had good attitudes, completed the test. Excellent. Again, I just like to reiterate how important Canvas is for students to figure out what they need to be doing or working on in my class. There's my email address, and as always, the homework is due at 9 p.m. If your son or daughter is having trouble finding my class during their scheduled class time, the Google Meet codes are right here. So for example, if you're in my geometry class and you need to join my class, it is Allen Geom P2. And those start times are here. So for example, if you're in my geometry class tomorrow, if you're in my period 2 class, that would begin at 7:10, and you would use the Meet code Allen Geom period 2 P2. So thank you very much for your attendance and for your attention, and have a great day.